Welcome to the John Show with your hosts, John Doogie Clouser.
All right. What's going on, everyone? How are you? We are here on a new episode of the Juan Solo Show with your host, me, Juan D. Clouser. This is episode 174. Can you believe that? Oh my God, we're almost at our. Is it the bicentennial? What is 175 years? Is that the bicentennial? No, bicentennial is the 200 year. No, bicentennial is the 100 year, right? John, you have a fucking phone. Google it. What is bicentennial? Let's look this up. What bicentennial? We're already on it. 200 year. Yeah, the 200th anniversary. That's why I was right. Oh my God, who would have known? Not gonna lie to you, I pulled that one out of my asshole. Totally. Every once in a while, I'm not a smart man. I am not an intelligent person whatsoever. And what's so funny is like I'll just say something. I'll just scream it. I'll just scream it like it's a true fucking fact. And it is a fact. And it is a true fact. But I'm like, I hope this is true. I hope this is right because I have no idea. Because sometimes it is just fun to do that. Sometimes it is just fun just to scream out things because hell, fuck, everyone else does it in this fucking world. Hell, people just do whatever the hell they want, you know, and pay $250,000 to kill themselves, basically. Ain't that some crazy shit? Yeah, we're gonna get right into it. So this is so God, fuck. I mowed the yard yesterday. Of course, what happened? I got a goddamn chigger bite on my leg. Chigger bite on my leg. So we all know why I did that. But yeah, we're episode 175. Oh yeah, I was gonna look at what is the 175th. What? Oh, by the way, everyone, Brittany Grinder. She made the goddamn all-star team. I bet none of y'all fucking know that. Y'all were making a big deal about her. Let's not forget about that. How much you guys were so much about how she needs to come home. Make sure she comes home. Why isn't she home? She had to cut her dreads. And then she came home, and then none of y'all give a French men's fuck now at all about what's going on with her. She made the all-star team. And hell, the biggest surprise is the fact that, like, who knew the WNBA was still playing? I thought the season was over because the NBA season was over. I thought their season ended, like, in the wintertime. Nope. No. Not even a little bit. So. But yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, do you want me to actually let's name all of it. The 2023 All-Star game. I think it's playing in Las Vegas. The stars have been announced. I bet none of y'all could have named any of these fucking women. Jackie Young. Do y'all know who Jackie Young is? Nope. Ajaya Wilson. Dude. Oh, that's pretty cool. The fucking the Boston girl from South Carolina, she made the all-star team. Holy shit, she's a rookie. Good for her. This is the one thing, though. If you guys don't watch, like, the Final Four of NBA, or not the NBA, if you don't watch the Final Four of college basketball, you're missing out on a lot of stuff. So, men, it's cool. The women, though, holy shit. Holy shit, nothing is cooler than seeing a woman who is 6'7" and she can shoot. I'm sorry, but that shit's fucking impressive. That is impressive shit. Even seeing Brittany Grinder slam dunk on the fucking ball, men are like, oh my God, I would never want to fuck my baby. I started saying like that. I would never want to fuck a woman who is like that. I'm like, guess what? She probably wouldn't want to fuck you, you little pipsqueak. What makes you fucking think she wants to have you slam your half hard dick inside her? No. Anyway, she likes girls. Girls. So, but, yeah, what the fuck? I keep going back. Dude, if you guys don't know, if you guys haven't figured this out yet, I'm ripped as fuck right now. So, like, no, John, we kind of realized that. So, what is the 175th anniversary? They only have 150. They don't. Oh no. A Dodd a Dodd ran Don Dob Dodd ran Don Rand's bicentennial. I think I did not pronounce that right at all. Let's look this shit up because that's gonna be the title of next week's episode. Let's do it again. Duran's bicentennial. Interesting. Let's look this up. I don't want to know. I just want the history of it. Of course. Let's look at this. Isn't this funny? This is fun. Like, I started out with so much steam, within the first 5 minutes it's already fucking dead. Let's see here. Yeah, the 105th. It is called the. Oh, this is just a fucking university. What am I doing here? I'm just really wasting time, aren't I? It's called this one's called something different. See, one says DODRANSBICETENNIAL, and the other one is DEMISEMISEPTCTENNIAL. You're probably like, what the fuck did you just say, John? Let's look at this one. What the hell and fuck? That is a insane thing to say. All right, okay. I've wasted enough of time of like having some dead air. But anyway, so we like I said, we're here on episode 174. Almost 175, almost. Then, after that, the 200 would be the bicentennial. And so, what's up? How are you? So, hope you guys are doing well. If anything, we're all doing way better than the submarine people. Holy shit, can you believe that? Can you believe something like that happened? Actually, yeah, we all can. You went down in a little tube to the bottom of the ocean, right where the water is, where it killed the fucking Titanic. Yeah, we all can just assume that you were going to do the exact same. That is insane. In-fucking-sane. Oh. I don't know. It's really all I got. I really don't have very much. The only thing I really do feel bad, though, it sucks that, people died. People are like, billionaires. Oh, yeah. I'm like, yeah, but the thing is, you got to understand, there was a 19-year-old boy on that little boat thing, submarine thing. A 19-year-old boy, Like, yeah, he was terrified. But the thing is, like, he was terrified, but he was supposed to have a story. This is what I'm upset about. He was supposed to have a story about him going down there with his dad, seeing the fucking Titanic for some reason. I don't know why you'd want to do that. I don't know why you'd want to go see that thing. You can just Google it and see pictures. Let other people let them do that dumb shit. And the thing is, like, he was just supposed to have a story. He'd go down there, see it, and then he would be at a party, he'd be at a party leaning up against a counter, and he'd be talking to some white girl, and he'd be telling her, hey, like, I've seen the Titanic. I've literally been like 20 feet from it. You see Sam over there? Yeah. I've been like from here to the Titanic. And then he was supposed to get his dick sucked. And then he was never supposed to talk to that girl ever again. That was supposed to be his story. Instead, he will just never see anything ever again. And another thing, let this be a real good example for any brown people who get money. Live a life of solitude. Live a life of boredom. You know why? Because you'll have that big house. You'll have that Lexus in the driveway. You'll have that really expensive dog. And guess what? You won't crush in a fucking tin can like a goddamn Coca-Cola bottle. It won't happen to you. It just won't happen to you, because that's not what black and brown excellence is. Black and brown excellence is living a life of quietude and just being quiet and just being just docile and just not not having to have anyone know your life and understand, and just be the fact of like, oh my God, I got the fuck out. I got the fuck out. And now I live in this big house with this nice car and this really expensive dog that could have, I could have just gone to the pound, but instead I bought him. And you'll be alive and you won't be crushed like a little Coca-Cola can. Like, live a life of boredom, pure boredom. I swear. And another thing, just don't achieve. If you just don't try to achieve for anything, then you won't have to be in the bottom of, like, why? As a brown person, like, why? It's just like, God damn it. It's like you see all these white people, then you see these two brown people, and you're like, God damn it. It shouldn't have been you. It should have been, if it was going to be anybody, it should have been a white family. Because that's who does that shit. Not us, not brown people, not Middle Easterns. Like, one of the most richest Middle Easterns is dead now. God, none of us know what he really did, but, hell. And then none of us care about the other fucking brown people who, the 70,000 immigrants that that were on that boat. Now, that's insane. If you want to hear something, that's really insane. Just a herd of immigrants dying in Greece, like, where was that one? I think it was Greece. That's what I want to say it was, because that makes sense, because Greece doesn't have much other than, like, a lot of people. I can say this because I am part Greek. Greek, as much as you think Greece is probably this nice country, this country's poor as shit. Greece is not. It has like one or two good places. It has a lot of ruins. But if you haven't noticed, there's a lot of boat wrecks with people on them that come from Greece. Greece and Turkey. That little area right there is not a good place. See, that's a prime example of me just saying something and I'm just blowing it out and hoping that's pure fact. That's an example right there. Right fucking there. So, where was that? Okay, the boat with 700 immigrants, yeah. So, let's see here. If they left us behind, we would have drowned. CNN investigates rising questions of the Greek Coast Guard's account of shipwreck tragedy. Yeah, it was Greece. That's exactly what I thought, because Greece had another one a couple years ago. It's all these immigrants that are trying to get out of Greece. Do you understand? Do you see why? Do you see why? Do you see why people are trying to get out of it? That's why I don't understand. Like, people want to go and visit Greece, but do you not see, like, there were 700 immigrants that were trying to get the fuck out of it? And there's always crashes in Greece. I should Google that. Let's see that. Let's see how many shipwrecks by Greece have there been? Don't know. What's the oldest shipwreck? Ducos shipwreck. The Ducos shipwreck was the oldest underwater shipwreck discovery known to archaeologists. The wreck has been dated to the second Hellenic period, 2,700 to 2,200 BC. Where's Greek shipwreck? Approximately 70 miles off the coast of Palos, Greece. Yeah, it's not, Greece is nice, it's cute, it's nice, it's, has its places. Euros are amazing. Actually, let's look at this. I meant to Google this the other day. What is the difference between Greek euro and okay, yeah, a Greek euro and Middle Eastern. this is the things I Google. Eastern euro. Are they the same? Okay. The primary difference comes down between the original flavor profile. Euro are Greek and have fresh taste, while shawarmas are Middle Eastern with a spicier and more complex flavor. Both Euro and shawarma provide all three things to make up a fucking Euro. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, I'm like, okay, so it's just taste. That's the only difference. It's like one spicier than the other, which makes sense, I guess. I mean, to me, I was like, they all kind of fucking taste the same. It's like, it's very similar to how mostly all tacos taste the same. If you just get down to it, if you have a street taco from Honduras, it's pretty much going to be the same thing as from a street taco from, like, Mexico or something like that, or from, if you go to an authentic place. But what's so great, though, is I remember growing up and it being so hard to find authentic tacos if you lived in the Midwest. And then now it's like all over the place. But I'm not going to lie, we have definitely grown in the population. Actually, I think it just came out that it's the first time in history that there is more Hispanics and Latinos in the state of Texas than there are white people, which I never understood. I don't understand this because it's like, do you not know that, like, actually technically Texas is part of Mexico? Not gonna lie. As much as we want to say that it is part of the United States, and it is a republic, let's all also remember that too, because this, at any time, that motherfucking state would just separate from us. They would just separate from the United States and they would say adios, because you know why? It's part of fucking Mexico. And it's like, no, what you don't understand is there's a lot of Hispanic people or Latinos, whichever way you want to put it. They don't do census. You know why? Because they're illegal. The only Latino people that are doing census and these little things, these studies that you see in America about, like, oh, this percentage of Hispanic people live here. That's only the ones that are legal. Or the only ones that are dumb enough that aren't legal to fucking put their name down on a damn survey. Like, hell, I'm legal and I wouldn't put my name on a survey. I'd be like, no, I'm not going to tell you. Like, aren't you Latino? I'm like, I don't know. Am I? I don't know. ¿Qué? ¿Qué? I don't know. No hablas. No. And I just walk away. I'll just be like, bye. Because there's be no way in hell you're going to get my information down. There's no way in hell. No. See, that's the thing. I'm sure I'm sure that Texas has been run by more Hispanics and Latinos. Like, dude, this is what we are. We're all over the fucking place. We are really all over the place. If there is a group, and you know what's so insane though about the whole thing? Let's really think about this. White people, let's really think about this. Because I'm really talking to you. There's some of y'all that don't want us. You're like, I don't want beaners and I don't want spicks up in my fucking country. We need to make the border better. It's like, okay, that's cool. But you're the ones that fucked us into like existence. Like, we were literally not in a species or a human. I should have said species. That was really bad. But I am that group of people. So I think I can say that. But yeah, you fucked us into existence. You literally raped and pillaged a bunch of Indians, or native people, indigenous people, as well, as you could say. And boom, look what happens. You got a bunch of spicks. You got a bunch of these random people who are half indigenous and then half fucking Spaniards or Portuguese, whatever the one, but they speak Portuguese, which is interesting. Let's be truthful. Like, Portugal, you did good. You got the biggest piece of land in South America, and you got them all to speak a different language, while everyone else around them is just saying hola, hola, hola. So, don't you love that? I know this guy. There's this old white guy, and I would always say, like, how are you? He's like, mucho, mucho. And I'm like, okay, that's much. I'm like, what the fuck do you mean by that? mucho, mucho. And I'm like, okay, sweet, buddy. Like that was his way of being like, hey, I'm cool with you, you spick. Isn't that such a, I don't know, it's hilarious. To me, it's not that harsh of a word. I'm like, I've heard it my whole life. I've heard spick, wetback, like beaner. Like those are just like the common ones that you just hear. Because when you live around places that have like a lot of farmland, there's a lot of us. And then those fucking people who run those farmland areas, they just call spicks and wetbacks and stuff. I've never understood though, like, I'm not a wetback. You know who are wetbacks? Cubans, Puerto Ricans. You know, those are pretty much the wetbacks. Everyone else, we don't really swim anything to get here. Maybe we're dirt backs, like you could call us dirty backs, like dusty, like dust balls, like something like that. But like, like not that good. Like, but spick's a good one. I mean, I guess that's pretty good. Beaner, I guess, because we eat beans. I guess that's really what you're meaning. But I'm like, who in the fuck doesn't like beans? It's like, okay, like, all right. You know, it just is what it is. Like, Brittany Grinder. Let's be real, guys. Brittany Grinder. She made the All-Star team, and none of y'all give a shit because none of y'all were all up in arms about it. And now you guys don't care. You guys are just like, well, you know, like she's back and home, and I don't know what to do. It's like y'all really should be embarrassed of yourself right now. It's really, y'all look dusty as hell. You want to talk about someone who looks dusty? Y'all look dusty. Dusty. So, what else is there? Oh, what's it? Barbecue. I wrote down, I'm tired of people telling me barbecue tastes good, because it doesn't. If barbecues have it's like always the worst cut of meat. Always. Barbecue is like brisket, dry as fuck. Like people are like, you just have never had my barbecue. Like, no, all barbecue tastes like shit. All of it. It's all gross. It's all horrific. And hell, I live in fucking Kansas City. This is supposed to be one of the barbecue capitals of the world. And I'm like, no, if this meat was so goddamn good, like you guys keep saying it is, you wouldn't have to smother it with fucking cum sauce. But nope, you guys just smother it with sugar, black and brown fucking sugar. And you guys are like, and then like, no, like, what you want a rub. You don't want sauce. And other people are like, you don't want a rub, you want sauce. And it's like, any way you put it, you guys, one, never put enough fucking seasoning on this meat. Two, then you put it, and then if you do, what happens is you cover it with a bunch of sloppy sauce, and then you just put a handful of sugar, 1, 2, 3, 4 fucking times. It's just gross. It's horrific. It's not good meat. It's not good meat. Let me Google this. We're doing a lot of Googling today. Is BBQ meat good meat? Why is barbecue meat so good? It's not good. I don't understand this. There's a chemical reaction that happens when meat is cooked at a high temperature, usually over 300 degrees Fahrenheit. When the acids in the meat react with the sugar, it creates hundreds of new flavor compounds. That's actually kind of interesting. I did not know this. Okay, giving grilled meat that unique flavor that you can't get from any other cooking methods. Huh, interesting. What does barbecue taste like? Salty, sweet, tangy, and spicy. So all the flavors? Huh, interesting. What is barbecue meat made out of? Beef and pork cuts are most common, but poultry, chicken, and turkey are widely prepared, and lamb and goat are regular favorites. Favors? What the hell am I talking about? Is smoked meat healthier for you? Smoked healthy meat is higher in combinations. I'm not saying that right. Contamination. Grill drains excuses fats from drill while pan cooking boosts grease and fat. Huh. Grilling excretes fats from cooked meat while pan frying boosts grease and fat. Interesting. That makes sense because you cook in it. You're literally cooking you're using the grease and the fat of whatever the meat is to heat up the meat. So that makes sense. So then it's going to soak it up and the meat's going to soak it up. Why is barbecue meat pink? Oh, it's because of the smoke. I think everyone knows that. All right, well, we're done with that. It's still not good meat. What else do I have? I have a whole bunch of random fucking shit this week. I wrote a bunch of random things down. What is this? Okay, have you ever? I write down the weirdest questions to myself. So here's one. Have you ever thought how wild humans are? Right now, there's someone jerking off to a picture of Rosa Parks, and in the same breath, someone is doing math for the first time to understand the nuclear bomb. Fucking wild. I mean, I'm not wrong, but it's still kind of weird to write that. Kind of odd. I should use my time more wisely than writing dumb shit like that. But that's me. That's what I do. I write everything down. I think it's important. I think it's good. And I don't know. You look psychotic, but I feel like it really does help your brain a lot to exercise it in that way. To always be writing words down. Also, too, I thought about could I continuously start the sentence over and over again? How many times can I do that? I've been thinking about picking up comic books and start reading them. Not because I really want to read them or I really care about any of those stories. I just think it'd be an easy way to get reading in like smaller chunks like that. I've thought of it just because it would be easy. And it'd be cool to like get to, slowly like read like a whole series of something. But then I'm like, John, there's like hundreds of copies of fucking things. So I was like, are you gonna really do this too? Like, it seems like more like a hobby than like anything else. Like maybe you should just read a book, you dickhead. Like just read like something like that. Because like I just bought on Amazon. They had a used copy like for $1.10 of Frankenstein. Have you ever heard about the story about that? It's really cool because I think it was like the woman who wrote it was Hemingway's. What was it? She was his mistress, and they were living in a cottage during the summer. And they made like every night they would write a short story, and the next morning they would read it. They would read it to each other. And so she would eventually just like after a whole summer, she had a whole novel. And it was the story of Frankenstein. So probably didn't know that. But I have 35 seconds left? Oh my God, I got this done. It's 11:45 at night. And I'm just now finishing this podcast. I still have to edit. So it's going to be up a little bit later. It's probably up at 2 a.m. tonight. Anyway, be safe. Don't be dumb. Don't put yourself in a submarine. And I'll see you guys next week. All right. Bye.